What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name After Sound, and I do have a new song out recently called Dreamin', so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I want to ask a question today because I am very curious. Now that we've seen a little bit of a recovery on Chaos Legion, my big question is, what would it take to make it feel as though Chaos Legion was actually saved? And I'm putting saved in quotes just because it's like that's a very subjective term and it's going to mean different things to different people. But a lot of the arguments, a lot of the a lot of the folks that were leaving the game or who were upset with the game and still might be upset with the game looked at the value of Chaos Legion cards that they had bought maybe when they first came out and were at their hype and absolutely just plummeted in value. And looked at that and said, hey, that's part of the reason that, people don't want to stay here. If assets lose their value over time, then that kind of sucks, right? And nobody's going to want to stick around. So the assets, for the first time in history, right, in any kind of significant way, have moved up in value. I mean, we saw this as low as in the 500 range, but now we're back up at or near $1,000 when it comes to, at least due to the survival mode release, right, last month. So that's obviously a fantastic sign. But now my follow-up question, and again, I think this answer is going to be different for everybody, but that's why I'm kind of putting it out there because I'm very curious to see what diversity of answers we have. What is the value to make Chaos Legion feel as though it is saved or that its value finally recovered to a point where people feel like it's acceptable to them? Because the thing is, you have to understand, Chaos Legion came out during a time when hype was at its all-time high. So getting back to its all-time high, just like if you bought one BCX Deodorant for $1,000, I don't know that we're ever going to get back to that. But the reason I'm bringing up Untamed is because when I look at Untamed and look at this value, and again, Untamed has shot up in value too due to survival mode, and it's pretty much doubled in value, right? We were in the 2,500 range, and now you can see it's there were a couple days at over $5,000. So if we were to get to a $5,000 set value range for Chaos Legion, would that be acceptable? And looking at Rebellion, right? Rebellion's still sitting at about 7,500, which is fantastic because that's kind of where it started out at. It went down and now it's back up, which is kind of awesome. So would we have to get back up into the, we'll call it $7,000 to $10,000 range, which is probably where a lot of people bought their Chaos Legion packs or cards when they first came out? Would we have to get back all the way up there? Which I don't think is realistic. So I'm setting this kind of framework, right? Because we're now, we went from 500 to 1,000. And we're seeing more use cases come in for land. We're seeing more potential, activity being played out in survival mode. And if the team can, work on other game modes or other card utility or whatever the case is over the next couple of, couple of years, we'll call it, right? When would we get to a point where you feel as though Chaos Legion would be saved? So I'm kind of putting that range out there of using other sets, both past and present, as a way to create that range. But my thought, just based on everything, and again, this is now my opinion that I'm sharing, my thought just based on everything that we've seen, everything that Chaos Legion has been through, is that if it were to even get close to the lower end of that range, right? So the 5,000 of Untamed, that would be good enough. That would be probably more than enough. So basically, if the set value were to just 4x from here or 5x from here, which I know people are looking at that and saying, well, no, that's going to be impossible. How could we ever imagine something like that? Well, it's I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's that far-fetched. Again, assuming we get some kind of bull run or some kind of, expansion of the player base through marketing, you look at the value of the pack prices right now, it's 60 cents. So a 5x from here would be a $3 Chaos Legion pack price. Not terrible. Not terrible, right? And if we were just to go, let's jump into the game here for a second. We'll go to the marketplace and look at Chaos Legion Core. We're already there, but let's do just level 1. I mean, we would be talking about a $20 to $25 range for some of these legendary cards, right? Actually, just the legendary summoners, right? The legendary summoners we could talk about in a range of $20 to $25. Some of the legendary cards, they would just need to get up to $15, right? Or not even that. Yeah, about $10, $15. And the commons, of course, would just need to go to, 5 cents? Are those still trading for a penny? Probably. Let's see some of the comments here. Yeah, you still got some of them for a penny. So again, that's kind of where my head is at in terms of like what would consider Chaos Legion saved. And it's not even about like, I don't even know what the value of my deck is and where it would go in my collection. But I'm just saying that that's where I would consider it. Even if we were not to get there, even a 3 to 4x would probably be good enough for me to be like, yeah, all right, they did a good job of like helping to raise the value of Chaos Legion again over time. And now hopefully we don't get into that problem in the future. But like I said, this is a video more to ask your opinion on this. I'm curious to know, and we'll keep it simple. So just throw a dollar value out there, either for the set value, right? The total set value, like we were talking about, which is in the 900 to 1,000 range right now. Or if you want to go like specific rarities, like what would you want to see the legendary summoners at or common cards at? Very curious to hear how you guys would approach this and how you're thinking about it. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.